Black Panther is one of my favorite characters in comics because I think as a kid, when you first see it, you kind of immediately identify him as looking like Batman with the mask closed, like he's Spider-Man. You don't immediately read that the ears are actually a panther's ears. They're just the little pointy things up there. And the dark blue costume is the way it was colored when I was a kid. Or you don't necessarily immediately recognize until you read the comics that he's an African character. And at first, it might hit your senses as like, whoa, that's very different than me, where I might come from. But you quickly could find it like, well, that is interesting because I'm not getting that with every other character I'm reading. And it becomes more of a deepening, unique thing to follow to see his particular adventure and point of view, because sometimes when you don't immediately identify with yourself as being that hero, it might stop you from wanting to know more, but Black Panther actually is exciting enough as a design, as a character's background, to want to get more into his world of experience, who he represents. And of course, he was very much used to represent the black experience in America in the comics I was growing up with in the 70s, because he would come over here as a character and deal with a lot of stuff. Like my first Black Panther comic I got when I was 7 was him fighting against sort of a version of the KKK, where there was like a demonic entity wearing a KKK uniform on the cover I got, and that's a comic I got as a 7-year-old. I also had a unique experience as a kid of going to a costume event where two guys are dressed as Spider-Man and Green Goblin. Hold on a second. And I'm the little kid wearing a homemade executioner's outfit that my mom made for me, which I was one of maybe 5 kids who came in costume to the event of hundreds of people in line. But my mom noted to me afterwards, she could tell that the guy wearing the Spider-Man costume was black. And it was interesting to think like, wow, that is how universal these designs can be, how they can work in such a universal way that like, well, yeah, why couldn't Spider-Man be African American? Why not, you know? And so anyways, it's just something to relate to the entire experience of connecting with these characters and seeing how they can introduce you to a larger part of the world and make you relate more and, frankly, be more empathetic.